Every year, thousands of veterans have their claims for disability benefits wrongly denied. They need our help.
NVLSP's mission is to fight for and help veterans and service members, many millions of people, obtain the benefits to which they're legally entitled, but for some reason were not able to obtain.
In 2014, the Department of Defense estimated that 18,900 service members were sexually assaulted or harassed. That same year, NVLSP launched its Military Sexual Trauma Program as part of the Lawyers Serving Warriors program. The Military Sexual Trauma Program was created with a fellowship from Equal Justice Works, sponsored by Raytheon and Kirkland & Ellis.
I had a very wonderful wife. I had beautiful children. I had a good career, and then all of that was gone. I had buried the MST so deep that it probably would have taken 12 feet of digging to find it.
Marty enlisted in the Army in 1967, during the height of the Vietnam War. His claims for disability benefits were denied by the VA for more than a decade.
I was embarrassed, ashamed, and I felt like, I should really know how to do this, and this is my responsibility. But I had this information on National Veterans Legal Services Program.
Marty was introduced to me as a client who had been sexually assaulted while he was in the military. And what was really challenging about Marty's case is this occurred almost 50 years ago.
Remarkably, they organized my records, my documents, in a manner that made it very, very clear what the case was.
He had been going through it and trying to navigate it alone for a number of years, unsuccessfully. And, he shared with me that the minute he called NVLSP, everything moved.
From 2008 to 2010, the VA denied 2 out of every 3 disability claims for military sexual trauma-related post-traumatic stress disorder. Marissa joined the Army in 1984. Her claim for disability benefits was denied multiple times by the VA. She fought on her own for years before NVLSP got involved.
Once you have been traumatized, there are different times in your life that I've been unable to work, I've been unable to cope.
Loretta enlisted in 1987. Her claims for disability benefits were denied by the VA for more than a decade.
There was no moving forward for me. It was existence.
As many veterans discover, it can be very difficult for those who have survived rape or assault to prove they are entitled to disability benefits. That's why they need advocates to help them navigate a confusing bureaucracy filled with red tape.
The Lawyers Serving Warriors program, which is uniquely positioned because they have partnerships with law firms across the nation, as well as corporate legal departments who have volunteer attorneys that want to represent veterans on these issues.
The attorney's tone was very common, so, meeting them, I was anxious to meet them. And when we did meet, the atmosphere was very nice, very professional.
The interviewing of MST survivors is very delicate, and what we train our people to do is ask only for the information we need.
You always want to build that trust and make sure that they're comfortable with you. Of course, her experience adds an extra level of sensitivity that you need to bring to it.
When I started working with the survivors, I could tell that they were really grateful that someone was finally listening to them. And many times it was, even if I don't win my case, I feel validated.
They were very thorough, very knowledgeable, and most importantly, very compassionate. For the first time, someone finally listened to what my needs were and they went forward.
Once we find a case that we think warrants, needs some assistance and that we can possibly help with, we match the veteran with an attorney that has been trained by NVLSP.
I would not have been able to do it had I not been working with the attorneys at NVLSP day to day. I mean, I think over the first 6 months, I called them probably two or three times a week just to talk through exactly what I needed to do, what rules we needed to follow, what we actually needed to submit, who we would be submitting it to. So they were really an invaluable resource.
The focus is on getting, military benefits that you're entitled to. And with the military, you're a number in your paperwork, but with NVLSP, you're a person, and the focus is on what happened to you, and let me help you.
Well, now that I'm able to get the benefits, of course it has provided some financial stability, but also too, it's opened doors as far as treatment and additional health care.
We can get legal help, we can get medical help, and psychological help.
These are current benefits aimed at making people's lives better right away on a monthly basis. If we have to appeal a case 4 or 5 years down the road, fine. We'll do it. They'll get a large retroactive check if we win. But it's better to get people the money right away so they can change their lives.
The client had gotten a year of disability benefits of back pay, essentially, and then going forward had received an 100% award, and there was no requirement that she be re-diagnosed or needed to resubmit any forms to continue to receive those benefits.
They have helped me regain control of my life, and they've helped improve my health.
I hope that whatever funding is required for this organization comes in buckets, because the work that they do is invaluable, and I have seen firsthand the results of it, and it's changed lives.
Since the military sexual trauma program began, almost 400 survivors have contacted NVLSP. We have matched 45 of these veterans with volunteer attorneys in our Lawyers Serving Warriors network. 14 of these veterans were also matched with clinics in our Veterans Mental Health Network, which allows them to receive psychological evaluations critical in their fight for benefits.
There are untold number of people who are willing to help you, and all you really need to do is ask.
Don't hesitate. Pick up the phone and call them, because once they call them, they won't be lost in the system, and they won't be alone.
So I would tell any veteran out there, if you've been violated, get help.